I think for many people it's obvious that certain members of the British monarchy do like their sci-fi, their superpower roles. Many people, of course, if you're younger, think they've already been given superpowers by the lives that they lead, haven't they? A lot of people sort of, particularly around other areas of the world, still can't believe we have castles, kings, knights, princes, princesses. When you look at it like that, it does look kind of strange, doesn't it? Now, Prince William was very lucky to attend to see the Kings of Power, the Lord of the Rings sequel, at his studio. Now, everybody's supposed to have been giving him a lot of backlash about him taking the children and, of course, Princess Kate along to have a look around the studios. But as ever, let me explain the background to that particular story. Hi, good morning, Neil. Sean here. Nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well. Truly, thank you for your very kind comments about the recent video regarding the visit of the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, over to New Zealand, who are battling their own troubles right now. I know the world is very busy at the moment. As I said before, we're all looking at Turkey. We've got our problems over here with missing people, terrible situations we've got in the world. But the other side of the coin, which I often point out to people, is these are amplified in the world that we live in. If you think about it, say 100 years ago, you would have only known about your own neighborhood, wouldn't you? You wouldn't necessarily have known things halfway around the world. But our thoughts and prayers, nonetheless, go out to all of those people that are currently going through their own particular crisis. I wanted to share this story with you because it just shows once again how the mainstream media spin things into a negative and basically make out these privileged people, oh well, it's all right for them, etc. Now, as you may have read, Prince William, along with the Princess of Wales, Catherine, were lucky enough to visit the Lord of the Rings sequel, Power of the Rings, I think it's called. And, if you like that sort of thing, I've been lucky enough to interview many of the stars over the years of Lord of the Rings. And it's a fascinating thing. In fact, a friend of mine went to be a cameraman on that particular series. I think it was filmed down in New Zealand. Maybe a superfan will know that. But yeah, they went down there, said it was a marvelous adventure because, of course, the attention to detail was simply wonderful. Now, what's interesting here is that everybody's saying, oh, well, isn't it nice? They can go off in this cost of living crisis, have a tour around the studios. Now, as I say, it was the Prince and Princess of Wales and Prince George, along with Princess Charlotte, who apparently are all dedicated fans. We pointed this out before, didn't we? It's sort of lads and dads. When you look at it, if you saw last year at Wimbledon, Prince George wanted to look exactly like his father, so he turned up in a suit, only to realise it was a bit of a hot day to have that particular look. You know what it's like. So obviously he's got this interest from his father. While Kate's interested, apparently she's not over interested, do you know what I'm saying? But the whole point of this visit was simply this. This was a late birthday treat, an invitation offered by the studio to Prince George. Would you like to come round behind the scenes? They decided to share it with the public on their social media so other people could enjoy the experience too. So it's strange, isn't it, that the mainstream media want to attack a young boy, yes, in a very privileged position, but nonetheless being given a treat on his birthday, too young possibly to understand the backlash that may ensue. But what's truly wrong with it? And as ever, the fact that they visited that set and they've taken a look around, pictured with the stars, is going to give a massive boost to the profits, the syndication, and the screening rights to that particular series. Everybody wins in the end. Seemingly, though, according to a lot of people in the mainstream media, it's just a privileged few that do. How daft they are, don't you think? Now, I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Should they not be allowed to visit things like that? Is it in bad taste in this cost of living crisis? Or should you let a little boy live and learn? And the bottom line is, if his dad wants to treat him, what's wrong with that? Superpowers to all, eh? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.